Now y'all know I love meal prepping full meals, and that's what's been able to keep me consistent and lose 95 pounds on my weight loss journey. But today, we're taking a different approach, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you can still stay consistent, stay on track with your weight loss journey, and have variety throughout the week. Let's go. Hey fam, welcome back. And if you've been watching my channel, you already know that meal prepping full meals has been a big part of my journey. Having that structure helped me lose the weight, it helped me stay consistent, and it gave me something to rely on. So y'all, we are definitely not replacing that. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is DeeDee, and in today's video, we are just exploring a new option. We are testing out ingredient prep. Now, I've been looking into it, y'all, and I'm seeing that I can add more variety to my meals throughout the week, and I can mix and match my meals depending on how I feel that day. So you know what? We're gonna give it a try. So instead of prepping full plates, what I'm doing today is just gonna prep my proteins and my veggies, and I'm gonna build my meals throughout the week. And today, we are keeping it simple and realistic. On the menu, we have some pork spare ribs, we have some shrimp, and we have some chicken thighs. Y'all know I love me some good, juicy chicken thighs. And for vegetables, I chose broccoli and cauliflower, and we're also gonna make some eggs, so we have an easy grab and go option as well. So y'all, nothing complicated whatsoever. It's just foods that I already eat. All right, we're gonna try this out today. Let's get started. We're starting our ingredient prep with our pork spare ribs. Now, I always let you all know that I typically wash my meat with either some lime juice or some vinegar prior to actually starting to prep the meat. And today I decided to show you what I do. So all I do is pour some vinegar all over the meat, and then I rub it in as best that I can, and then I just rinse the meat off. I've been doing this since I learned how to cook as a child, so that's what I do right now until this day. So after rinsing the meat off, it's time for us to move on to actually prepping the meat. So here you'll see that I'm just cutting them up in slices. I'm trying to make sure that I'm going in between the bones, in between the ridges, and putting them into pieces that I feel like will fulfill me and will be enough to eat. Now it's time to season. I'm starting off with some garlic powder, some total seasoning, some onion powder. You know I had to use some of my Creole seasoning, and some black pepper. And now it's time for us to just rub it through. So my process when it's just ribs or even chicken is to just grab each piece and make sure that that seasoning is fully rubbed throughout. I always want to make sure that my pieces of meat, when I take a bite, they are good to go. So we are fully seasoned, and now we're gonna place them into this aluminum pan. What I'm doing here is just placing them meat side down, and then I'm placing aluminum foil tightly across this pan, and we are gonna head over to the oven that has been preheating on 325 degrees. I'm placing this in here for about 2.5 hours, and we'll be back. Now it's time to move on to our next ingredient prep. I'm placing some avocado oil into this skillet. I'm gonna allow it to heat up, and now we're moving on to our chicken thighs. Now y'all know I've really been big on the skinless chicken thighs, but sometimes there's some fat on there, and that's okay. I just grab a pair of scissors and I'm just cutting that fat off. And that's all I'm doing here. Just cutting off the fat pieces as best as I can. There's still gonna be some fat on there, but that's okay. I just want the skinless chicken thighs for this week's meal prep. All right, it's time for us to go ahead and start the seasoning process. I'm placing everything into this big old bowl, and then we're gonna start off with some onion powder. I'm also placing some garlic powder, my Creole seasoning. We want some total seasoning in there. Some ground cayenne red pepper, some ground black pepper, and a few pinches of some salt. And that's it, y'all. Y'all know my staple seasonings, and I'm doing the same thing that I did with the ribs. I'm just rubbing each piece one by one before I just mix everything together just to make sure everything is full of flavor. These are my staple seasonings, but of course you can use whatever seasonings that you like. All right, we are done with the seasoning process. Let's move on to that hot skillet. All I'm doing here is placing everything in. I'm gonna have to work in batches, which is fine. Now the chicken, you wanna make sure that your chicken is at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm trying to spread everything apart, and I'm gonna allow it to cook for about 5 to 6 minutes on each side. So the timer has gone off. I'm taking a look at these chicken thighs. They are looking nice, brown, golden, and the kitchen is smelling so good. I'm just flipping that meat around. We're gonna allow it to cook some more. And then when we come back, look at that chicken, y'all. So nice, so crisp. It is fully cooked, but again, if you're not sure, go ahead and check it with a thermometer and make sure that the internal temp is at minimum 165 degrees Fahrenheit, just to make sure that your chicken is fully cooked. Now, all I'm doing is putting in the second batch, spreading it apart, and I'm just following the same exact process here. And as you can see, our chicken is fully cooked after about 5 to 6 minutes on both sides. Y'all, this is what our ingredient prep chicken thighs look like. So juicy, so good. It smells so good. We're gonna place it to the side, and we are going to move on to our shrimp. Today we are using some jumbo raw shrimp. They are already peeled, tail off. You know they're jumbo for now. I'm starting off with a pot of water. What I like to do is put 1 bouillon cube into that pot, let it boil, and then pour that shrimp in there. Now all I'm doing is just mixing that shrimp up. It was frozen, so I just want to make sure it's fully separated. And now we're gonna move on to our seasoning. We're starting off with some Creole seasoning, some onion powder, some garlic powder, and that's it, y'all. That's it. I'm placing that in there. I'm gonna mix it around just a little bit. And one tip that some of you have shared is to place a wooden spoon over it so that the water doesn't overflow. Let's see if that worked, y'all. We are back. Oh my gosh, it does not take long for shrimp to cook whatsoever. And guess what, y'all? It did not overflow this time. So I think I finally found my hack for boiling shrimp. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take that out, strain it, and move on to the saute process. I'm placing 2 tablespoons of butter right here in this skillet. We're gonna allow it to fully heat up and melt, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to seasoning our shrimp. Y'all already know my staple seasonings. I'm using some paprika, I'm using some garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, some Creole seasoning, and y'all, that's it. Now my staple seasonings typically stay the same. Sometimes I might add something different, but they're pretty much the same. I love that flavor. All I'm doing here is mixing the shrimp up, and now we're moving back over to that stove, and we are placing that shrimp into that nicely melted butter. I'm just gonna go ahead and spread it out for a little bit. Now this shrimp is already cooked. Y'all seen me boil it. We're gonna let it go ahead and saute for maybe about 2 minutes on this side. And then when we come back, we'll take a look, and we're flipping it over, and you see that nice brown crisp that I'm looking for. Now, I'm letting y'all know, saute it for about 2 minutes on each side because you don't wanna overcook shrimp. If you overcook shrimp, it will get rubbery, and don't nobody want no rubbery shrimp, y'all, okay? You want that shrimp that's juicy, and when you go ahead and you chew it up, it is just right. So that's why I'm following this process, and I'm just doing about 2 minutes on each side. When we come back, our shrimp is fully cooked. It is looking nice and brown, just the way I like it. And now it's time for us to go ahead, take this on out, place it in the meal prep container dish so that we can put it to the side, and then we will move on to our next item of our meal prep. Before we move on though, let me show you what this shrimp is looking like. Look at that, nicely browned, sauteed, full of juiciness and butter. All right, we're gonna move that to the side for real now. We have our pot of water starting to boil on the stove. We're gonna go ahead and place our eggs right on in. I'm placing some salt in this water as it boils. After the eggs have boiled for about 12 minutes, all I'm doing here is placing them into an ice bath so that we can stop the cooking process, and we'll just place this to the side, y'all. And while our eggs are cooling off, let's move on to our veggies. I have some avocado spray here. All I'm doing is spraying it on this sheet pan. I did place some aluminum foil on the sheet pan for easy cleanup. And today we are having some broccoli and some cauliflower. I love both these vegetables together, so I didn't feel the need to split them up. All I'm doing here is spreading them out on this sheet pan for easy roasting. I'm also gonna go ahead and spray the tops of these veggies with some avocado oil as well, and we wanna season them for flavor. I'm using garlic powder, some onion powder, a little bit of salt, and some black pepper. And that's it, y'all. That's it. Then I'm just gonna mix everything together on that sheet pan and then do my best to spread everything back apart. I wanna make sure everything roasts evenly as possible. And then we're just gonna go ahead and head on to that oven. The oven has been preheating on 400 degrees. We're just gonna place these veggies in for about 15 minutes and we'll be back. All right, y'all, we're checking in on the ribs. They've been in there for 2.5 hours. This is what they look like. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip them over and let them broil for about 3 minutes on both sides. And then when we come back, this is the final product, y'all. These are our ribs, looking so juicy. They're nicely browned on both sides, and I could just eat them right now, okay? Let's place them to the side and let me show you our full lineup. And this is our full ingredient prep for the next 4 days. We have our juicy pan-seared chicken thighs that are looking so good and smelling so delicious. We also have some sautéed shrimp. Our boiled eggs, that's right there as well. The shell is still on. We have our roasted veggies, cauliflower and broccoli. And lastly, we have our oven-baked, juicy, tender pork spare ribs. Y'all, I am so ready for this week. Y'all, our ingredient prep is done for the week and I feel so good. I've been thinking about what meals I can make and build out throughout the week. Like for breakfast, y'all know I just keep that super simple. I know that I can grab a few boiled eggs, maybe about 3 boiled eggs, put some salt and pepper and I'm good to go. Or I can actually just air fry some bacon. You know, that's super quick. Throw it in the air fryer for about 6 minutes, or even put some sausage in the microwave and pair that with my boiled eggs because I have that at the house as well. I don't know, we'll see. I might even just grab a protein shake that I already have. So breakfast is really simple. Now for lunch and dinner, I'm thinking I can make a shrimp bowl with like the shrimp and the veggies that I prepared, or I might even make a quick salad with the shrimp. For the chicken, I can make a chicken Caesar wrap with one of my low-carb wraps. Just cut up some of that chicken, throw that with some salad, and throw it in one of my low-carb wraps with a little bit of Caesar dressing. I can make a salad, or I can even make a chicken bowl with my veggies. Now for my ribs, I purposely did not put any sauce on it because I'm thinking some days I might just want it just like that with some veggies or just eat it plain. And some days I might want some barbecue ribs, so I can put a little bit of that G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce on there. I don't know, y'all, I have options, but I am thinking about my meals, and I'll definitely show you what meals that I'm building out in my weekly vlogs that are coming up. So definitely stay tuned. And I was also thinking, y'all, I'm definitely not saying that one way is better than the other, because y'all, meal prepping full meals has definitely helped me on my journey. It's helped me lose the weight. I never had to wonder what I'm eating. I would just grab it, heat it up, and go. I'm just trying this out to see how it fits into my life, because at the end of the day, I always tell y'all, this is your journey. So definitely find out what works for you. And I think having options might help me stay a little bit more consistent. I don't know, we'll see. I'll definitely update you on it. Now, if you've ever tried prepping ingredients versus prepping full meals, let me know in the comments below. Which one do you like better? Do you prefer one over the other? And if you are meal prepping this week, you already know, drop it in the comments below what's on the menu, okay? Let us sister know. All right, fam, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.